South Ferry, approaching the station, please stand away from the platform edge.
To shame, I do it all the time. I think that I like you and I think I need to stop. I think so much, think that thinking don't sound like a thought. I don't remember all the shit that we used to do. At least I'm trying not to.
I don't wanna miss out on you. Something telling me no. Something telling me no. Arguing, stress and shit. Nothing that a little sense can fix. Don't give my heart, I be renting it. Only got love for the presidents. Everything else so irrelevant. Baby, let's live in the present. It's best if we look past the sentiments. You in my element, knowing that you will look better with. Whoa, yeah, you my lady soldier.
Some love, cuz.
You look so happy to see me. What's up, bro?
Chilling.
So I rewrote them. Thanks, and ironically.
Ironically, what?
I like getting interviewed, but I feel like most people like getting interviewed. Talking about what I'm passionate about.
And again, it's raw, so you can laugh. Whether it's a ridiculous question, you can chuckle if you'd like.
I've been interviewed before. Let's do it.
What is your name?
My name is Frankie.
Your full name?
My name is, I have a lot of names. Frankie, Francisco, Fresh, WayTooFre, Frank to a very small amount of people, Biojo, Mijo, asshole. But you could call me Frankie.
Thank you. Where are you from?
I'm from Cape Coral, Florida. I grew up in Cape Coral, Florida, but I was born in the Dominican Republic.
What is your stage name?
Stage name is WayTooFre.
How did you come up with your stage name?
It was my Instagram name. I didn't put too much thought into it, but I always liked the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and when I grew up, people called me a freco. And in my culture, that just means somebody with like a slick ass mouth. And I thought being fresh was cool, so I kind of made it my Instagram name. And then one day I started making music, and I thought it'd be easier to just have it that.
Which artists have influenced you, old school and new school?
I think there's different types of influence. Like lyrical and like sonic influence. I think sonically I like a lot of stuff, so I try to make a lot. Like I feel like I'm pretty versatile in, as far as what I make, just because I like listening to different types of music. So, you know, depending on how I'm feeling or what my approach is, like I feel like artists like that I listened a lot to were like people like Young Thug or like Future and like Lil Durk. You know, these are like a lot of like melodic rappers, but then, you know, there's times where I'll approach a beat and I'm thinking about like a Summer Walker or like a Frank Ocean, or, you know, there's so many artists. I listened to a lot of like Lauryn Hill when I was younger. I listened to a lot of Michael Jackson. I listened to a lot of like, you know, like the old school Chris Brown and like Usher, and a lot of R&B, like contemporary R&B. I wasn't like deep in the R&B space, but In my household, I listen to a lot of like Spanish music. So one of my biggest influences I always gotta say is Juan Luis Guerra, because of his songwriting and just how versatile he is and how he made, you know, niche types of music consumable to all people. I feel like that's such a cool feat. You know, that's a great accomplishment, and I look to do that with my music as well, because I do listen to a lot of like niche genres, and like to make that consumable or have everybody understand that, I feel like it's beautiful. That's the whole point.
What age did you say, I want to be an artist in the music industry, and how did your parents feel about it? I know we went over it already, but just reiterate.
Yeah, I will. I think I guess the easy answer is 20 years old, but I'll always be an artist. I think I got comfortable with my artistry at 20 years old, around that age, but that I just got like, you know, 2020 was a eye-opening year, man. Like, you realize a lot, and like I think I always had a idea that I would do music. You know, from a younger age, I always kind of knew I wanted to do something in music, but I was like more like book smart, so I thought I was gonna like work on the business side. But yeah, I was just like, fuck it, I make music now, whatever. Like it is what it is. Like I used to play baseball, I used to play basketball, I think I was on a math team at one point. I probably wasn't great. I don't know why I was on it. I just wanted, anyways. But I think you know, I've done a lot of stuff. You go through a lot of phases, but I think I'll just art. Like when it comes to art, I always like to like create music, because that's just like, I don't know. It's like part of my routine and just existing at this point, you know.
And your parents, how do they feel about it?
Well, I only really have my mother's opinion to, you know, bank off, because my father passed when I was 15, but I think my mom is incredibly supportive. She's probably my number one fan from afar. She lives in California, but still is like always been so supportive of me just doing what makes me happy, because she knows that, to me, like, that's what life is about, and she knows that too. That's how she lives her life as well. And you know, my dad was always very proud of me growing up when I was young, so I like to think that he's still proud.
What made you want to move to New York?
Man, it's the capital of the world, bro. Like, what can I say? I mean, there's no place like it. I haven't been everywhere, but I think it's the capital of the world, especially for what I want to do. It's a mecca for. I heard something recently. It was like, you come to New York to like really like be who you are, and I think like if you move out of like, if you're not from, what do you guys call this? What do y'all call it? Transplants. If you're a transplant, like, you don't really you come to New York and you really become like who you're supposed to be here, like, because there's everybody here. You can surround yourself with any type of crowd, and you can become who you truly are. So I felt like this was the place to come and become who I truly am, and obviously, bro, like, this is where the music shit happens. Like, that's where it's at.
What do you do in this studio?
A lot. This studio is like an office, but it's also like a house, but it's also like a safe haven and like a therapy off center or whatever. I don't know. It's I mix and master in here, man. I make magic. I do handstands sometimes, push-ups a lot. I'll be trying to do push-ups in here. Yeah.
Where do you perform your music?
So I'm actually not a performer as of right now, but when I do get put up on stage, it's when my friends pull me up to do like a verse or two. But I would be a performer soon.
What is the end goal?
Dalit.
And my very last question, do you have any advice for any other young future artists starting out?
Yeah, man. Do it for you. Always know your why. I feel like I have one more, but yeah, always know why you're doing it. Do this shit for yourself. Surround yourself with good artists, but great friends. And I think that's the best. Don't worry about the money and the deals and the Hellcats and the chains and the NDAs and stuff like that, man. Just make cool shit. Be individualistic. We all die at the end of the day, man. We do. I swear. So Dalit. Shout out Playboy Cardi.
And that was Frankie, everybody, who is clearly high.